start.
Good evening, I'm Nanette Gonzalez, and I have chosen for my research on a social skills training as my evidence-based practice. So social skills training is learners with ASD often struggle with social impairments. They also have difficulty understanding the back and forth of social interaction. So some of the things that they are having problems in their social skills is poor, as we said, poor social communication. Topic initiation, they're restricted in interest, they are repetitive, they use repetitive themes, one-sided conversations, which makes it difficult to build friendships and meaningful relationships. Poor social awareness, they have difficult understanding social cues. You might have seen that movie or series, The Good Doctor. The Good Doctor had autism, and he was very intelligent, he was a genius, but he lacked social cues. He would go into a patient's room and tell them, oh, you're going to be dying of this disease that you have. He had to learn how to be more compassionate, which that is a skill that has to be taught with adults and adolescents with ASD. Also, they have difficult understanding the social landscape in which they exist, poor social motivation, they have less involvement in social activities, as you might see a child playing with one toy all alone while the others are going down a little slide and they're playing with one another. A student or young adolescent would be just playing on their own. And so lack of peer entry attempts, not engaging with others, they have poor social cognition, difficulty in understanding the perspective of others. So what are some of the consequences of social deficit for adolescents and young adults with ASD? Well, peer rejection and teasing and bullying, bad reputation, social neglect and isolation, limited peer network, few friendships, peer conflicts. Arguments may result in a termination of friendship and lack of close reciprocal friendships. So, what is SST? Well, social skills training refers to any adult-directed instruction in which social skills are targeted for improvement. SST can occur in either a group or individual format and may also include facilitated practice in classroom settings. PMII, which is peer mediated instruction and intervention, peer mediated instruction, intervention, support practice of targeted skills. So this social skills training could very much benefit for a special ed teacher with mild, moderate, or moderate severe. Actually, it can help with any student that's having behavioral problems. So how is it being used? Social skills training can be used by professionals, teachers, special educators, speech language pathologists, paraprofessionals, counselors, and psychologists. But also parents and family members can support the learning, generalization, and maintenance of social skills by helping their child practice skills in the home. Some of the techniques used for researchers to improve the social skills of learners include direct instruction, prompting, modeling, stories, narrative stories, reinforcement, video modeling, visual cues, role play, concept mastery routine. You know, role play, they could be in the classroom and the special ed teacher would do a scenario of, okay, this is what we do when we are, like, say, example, someone invites you over to have to a birthday party. And you either say, oh, I would like to go, or no, I don't want to go. So you give them, you do some role playing with the student with ASD. So some of the pros for SST can target multiple goals. Reduce or eliminate improper behaviors, such as ignoring others, not responding to others, and aggression. Because some young people that don't have autism spectrum disorder, they don't understand, why is this kid not wanting to talk to me? And they can't relate because they don't have problems with social skills. One of the limitations of SST, I put cons. They don't include parents or family members. The parents are with their child longer than the teacher. So that could be a con if it's not being, it's just being implemented in the classroom, but it's not brought home to the family and the parents. And homework assignments. There's no way of generalizing to other settings, can't reinforce the skill. So they're learning the skill at school, but they may forget it once they're in home. So that would be one of the cons. Okay, let's see here. Social skills training can be used to address, and these are some of the things, social skills can address foundational social skills such as imitation, play skills, initiating interactions, that's one of the biggest ones, understanding and regulating emotions. So these are some of the things that the student can be trained in. So I have my reflection questions for you is, what additional strategies can be used with social skills training? And 2, what are some of the strategies you might use to encourage ASD learners to evaluate themselves and reflect on their learning? And also I have one last thing I want you to do is to, where is it? Well, I have an assignment for you to do, and that is, if you don't already have ASD students, I do, I have 3 in my classroom, and I will have them in the fall, is to use some of these skills in the classroom and help them, and practice those and see how well you can use these skills, these social skills for your student. Thank you.